Oh my god, I'm a headless freak! Hey everybody, it's Rara, and welcome back to some more Satisfactory. In the last one, we started some steel factories. It's not that big, but it's something. It's all we can do for right now, really. Started producing steel beams, pipes, and encased industrial beams, using the beams and concrete, which is very nice for us. Also, before this episode begins proper, I just want to shout out to myself here. I stream on Twitch. Yes, I play Satisfactory as well as other games on my Twitch, and it's fun, and I love streaming, and I'm actually a VTuber. That's where all, like, the branding comes from. So if you thought, like, oh, why do I have this profile pic? Why is my banner like that? It's because I originally was a Twitch streamer, and now I do YouTube as well. So yeah, I play Satisfactory from time to time, but right now I'm currently playing through Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah, I'll be a fucking rebel. Don't label us like that. Yosuke is Ryuji if Ryuji smokes about 40 pounds of methamphetamine. What?
As well as Telltale's The Walking Dead.
No, shut the fuck up, dude. You're not left-handed. Yeah, I'm left-handed. What? No, you're not. How has this never come up before? Shut the fuck up, Nathan. Stop lying to me, bro. Stop lying to me. Stop spreading misinformation on the internet. Yeah, but there were like 5 or 6 of the cancer patients at least. Those cancer patient pieces of shit.
So if you think that about 30 minutes of me a day is not enough, well, you can go check me out there. I stream 3 days a week. My schedule's in the About Me page. You can find it right here. And yeah, that's about it. And also, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much for all these supportive comments that I've been getting. It's quite surreal seeing both my Pikmin 2 and Satisfactory series getting lots of love and just support from their respective communities, and I thank you all very much. And you know, it's quite motivating for me to just get a comment, just someone saying, like, nice, good video, dude. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I really wanted to say. Again, thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoy this episode. But anyway, now that all that gross, sappy stuff's out of the way, we don't have time for emotions or feelings. We only have time for factories. In the last one, we unlocked the ability to get Mark III conveyor belts, which require the steel beams to use, which is unfortunate because all of our steel beams are currently being used to make encased beams, which, are not what we need for the Mark III belts. However, we also need those because we're going to need the minor Mark IIs. But I think we have enough encased beams for a bit, for right now at least, because we have over 150 of them, and that would equal 15 Mark II miners right now, which is a lot. We're only utilizing like what, 4 or 5 miners in the whole world right now? We're barely tapped into anything, really. Oh wait, no, we're using 6. There's 2 on the cold things up there. Never mind. Close enough, though. So yeah, I'll just take out this stack of 100, and then I think we'll just like turn this off for right now, and just like let our steel beams stack up for a little bit. Because I want to start collecting steel beams. I think I want some. I want Mark III belts, dang it. Oh, and you know what? I actually received a helpful tip from one of the people commenting. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And, you know, I am a longtime player of this game, right? But I'm no god. I don't know everything. So, and I love learning things from y'all and just having like a healthy, open discussion about it. It's been great hearing you guys' thoughts about my series so far. But anyways, somebody said that if you just throw in biofuel to the thingy, like, yeah, we don't need biofuel generators anymore, and, you know, they're not that helpful, but just in case, they can add a little bit more to your power grid. So if we connect this to your grid via a pole, we'll just use like that one. Right? Like I said, we don't need it, but it'll increase your capacity up higher. And the thing is that it won't actually burn your fuel. It didn't hit me until like I thought about the comment a little bit. I thought, no, this guy's crazy. What's he talking about? But yeah, like biofuel doesn't actually burn unless it's being like used. And we don't need it because we're only consuming about 230 right now. So if you have just like 1 or 2 biofuel generators, they'll act as like a last line of defense in case you just go over your capacity with your other generators just a little bit, you know? And so we just throw in like this 50 biofuel and it won't really burn. It'll just be there ready to go whenever we need it, really. And that will act as kind of like a buffer, you know? I don't think I have to explain why that is a good thing, but yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, and I can't believe I actually haven't talked about this yet, but if you press the X button, then you can open up the customizer part of your build gun, which will allow you to change foundations or materials for things. And right now, all we have is the basic fix-it foundation and fix-it wall, so we can't really do that. But we can change the color of things. Now you have a bunch of these swatches down here, which are like little different paint swatches, and like the defaults are all pretty good. So if we use like swatch 7 here, we can just go up to a floor and paint it blue. Pretty simple. I will just go back to the basic Fix-It foundation swatch though, and change that. However, as you have just seen there, if you go up and change the Fix-It foundation swatch, it changes every single foundation in your world. And I do not want it to be this like green color. I was just showing that off. Let's get this to be the default again. And you might be thinking, well, how do we get it back to its default? Well, if you click on this little load preset button, you can go to Fix-It primary or foundation primary right there. And this one as well. And boom. We are back to the regular, or was the second one like the concrete foundation? Fix-It secondary? I don't even remember what it was anymore. It was, yeah, okay, it was this one. It's the Fix-It secondary. Okay, there we go. All back to normal, but you can make it whatever you want, really, without a lot of repercussion. However, the more exciting part about this for me is if you press X and change your Fix-It factory swatch. And we'll just make it a nice, I don't know, hot pink. You can change every building in your factory, the conveyor lifts, the storage containers, constructors, assemblers, walls to be hot pink if you so desire. I do not desire that, but it is certainly an option. However, for some reason, these walls like this, you need to paint them manually, or you can't paint them at all? Wait a minute. I don't know why I can't paint this one. Maybe this is like a visual bug. I think this should be pink, right? That is weird. I don't know. But yeah, so like I almost never use the regular swatches because with these you have to paint one at a time, and you can just like do like that and just like paint a few of them, but it still can take, you know, quite some time, which isn't really ideal. Now, obviously, if you want to do like, I don't know, pixel art or something to that degree, then yeah, you can do one at a time. That's just not something that really interests me. But for the creative people out there who want to do that, yeah, I guess you have the freedom to do that. However, what I like doing is I like to have a kind of just a modern, sleek aesthetic to my buildings of just like a nice white black mixture that makes everything feel like super futuristic and like I don't know, like a proper factory. That one orange wall is ticking me off though. Let's see if we can't go fix that. What if we like delete it and then replace it? Okay, yeah, so replacing it seems to have done the trick there. It's now white. I think I'll be keeping it white for the remainder of this playthrough. And why is this still pink? You are not supposed to be pink. Okay, yeah, so there's definitely still, like, some issues, I suppose. It's weird, though, because, like, it changed the whole thing to be white, but there's still, like, a strip of it that's pink. I guess we're replacing it. Oh, great. And now since I, like, made the conveyor belt longer, it doesn't actually fit into the hole anymore. What have I done? Okay, and now we do the replacing once again. Mark II belt in. And I don't think we actually have to fix anything up the top there. It should be okay, so that should be fine. I just hope there's not like random parts of the factory that are still stuck being hot pink like that one. But yeah, I've just used this pretty nice white colorization for my factory for a few years now. And I mean, I've tried a bunch of other colors, it just feels wrong. I don't know. But, you know, the base orange is pretty damn good. I will say, I kind of forgot about, you know, colorizing the factory because I'm content. The orange is pretty good. I didn't have to change it to white. But you can make your factory whatever color you want, as you could probably already tell. And really, you just want to use these default swatches. Each one is, you know, will change the entirety of whichever one you're changing. So for foundations, your factory machines, and your pipes, this will change all the default pipe colors to be the same thing. Now you might be wondering what this custom swatch is all about and what makes it different from the regular swatches. Well, you see, when you paint something with a regular swatch like this, right? And then you go back in and edit that swatch to be a different color, that swatch will change all of your pre-existing things to the new color. However, with the custom swatch, if you paint things with it and then change the custom swatch to a different color, like say like this, it doesn't actually repaint over the ones you already used. So you can use this to use an infinite amount of colors if you feel like it. So if you think like, oh, you know, 15 colors, this isn't enough. Well, then you just keep editing your custom swatch and you can get theoretically as many colors done as you want for as much shit as you could possibly imagine. But yeah, we're just gonna make the foundations normal for now. I think that I don't really use the base foundations that much anymore. I like to use the different material foundations once we unlock them. And, you know, just like the base colors on those are fine. You'll see as we get more stuff. God damn it, little R. Cole. You're not allowed out today either, buddy. Now, I have been asked about my plans with Lil R, and that's fair. He is adorable. What are we gonna do with this guy? I think I'll leave you in suspense a little bit longer. At least until we get some more materials, some more upgrades. I definitely have ideas. And let's just say his future's gonna get a lot brighter. But with that out of the way, let's go and do some stuff. You know, now that we have all these materials, like steel stuff and... You know, we've found Caterium and we found Quartz. Why don't we see if there's new things we can get in the Awesome Shop? Ooh, we could get signs already? But we would need quartz crystals, and we're not automating those yet, which is a little bit unfortunate. Ooh, we can get the windowed walls and the steel frame windows. Oh, how do we get these? We need silica? Oh no. I guess we need to start automating silica and quartz crystals. For right now in the Awesome Shop, I want this fix-it checkmark. It's not required, it's kind of a waste of tickets, but it officializes us in the eyes of Coffee Stain as well as our overlords of Fix-It. So we obviously need this. I also want to get our hands on the boombox, but none of the tapes for right now. Although it is cool to have them all, but you know, it's, you know... Oh, actually, you know what? This Goat Music boombox tape is 0 tickets, so I guess we'll pick that up too. As well as the ever so definitely needed Fix-It coffee cup. That'll be a grand total of 12 tickets, so I'll just go grab those. And you know what, we'll just split this in half for the 12 we need, and leave the other 12 in the storage. Like a smart Rara. Alright, let's just purchase us some goodies. Beep boop. We can grab our cup and boombox from there. Nice. And the Fix-It coffee cup is, well, it's a coffee cup, all right. You can left click to sip. Oh, and I actually got it there where every now and then when you sip from the coffee cup, you'll hear it like dink against your helmet. It doesn't happen every time, just occasionally. You know, like every few sips. There you go. But yeah, you can drink coffee from this never-ending coffee cup, and it's pretty nice. It's not a consumable, you just have infinite coffee. Standard issue cup for melee range. This is for the, you know, the break after the long day of work as you watch over your factory like, yes, this coffee is good. Like I said, very clearly a required item to have. We have to keep this on our person at all times, somewhere in our inventory. And then we have the boombox, which is, oh, it's so nice. We don't have any tape for the tape deck yet. However, if we right mouse button click, trigger turbo bass. Oh, we actually need a tape for this. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna buy another thing from the shop then. We're just gonna get one tape for one coupon. Alright, let's do this. Which tape do we want? Let's get the Absolute Fix-It Boombox tape. Why not? Buy all. Thank you. And now if we open up our menu, change the tape. Oh, we could have put in the Ghost Simulator, but let's put in this one. There we go. And now music will play from either this game, so you can set whatever OST that you want from Satisfactory. Oh, this one's pretty nice, not gonna lie. It's kind of, can we get some cat jams in the chat? I'm not live, but you know what I mean. Oh yeah, who's vibing? Who's cat jamming? If you press R to open up the menu, you can mute the music by sliding this down. Set the level to whatever you want. You can repeat the song infinitely if you feel like it. Skip to the next. Go back to the previous. Pause, unpause. You know, the whole shebang. It's a whole ass boombox. Put down boombox. We'll just put it on the floor. And then you can just have it play wherever you want. So we'll just start playing the music. And you know, it's the further away we get, can't hear it. But the closer we get, it's like, oh, there it is! The boombox is so freaking cool. It's such a good addition to the game. Now let's pick it back up. If we are going to put it down, I'll find a better spot for it at the very least. However, there is a reason to keep it on your person. For that trigger turbo bass that I teased earlier. Oh wait, it's paused. Okay, we have to be playing the music, fine. There we go. Now, let's trigger the turbo bass. Yeah. You might be wondering what that just did. Well, you kind of shoot an air cannon all around you from the boombox, and this does damage to enemies and can one-shot the little fly dudes. This is a pretty good AoE weapon for now. Think of it kind of like a, you know, Call of Duty Zombies, the thunder gun. Yeah, think of it like a thunder gun. And you don't even have to be holding it or putting it down to listen to the music. You can just set whatever you want with the boombox, switch out to something else, and start jamming. Now the boombox was added, I believe, in update 7. It could have been 8. It might have been 8, either 7 or, but you know, recently, within the last year. And wow, what a sick addition, right? What else have we got? Nostalgia? The only unfortunate part about the boombox is that you can't scrub through the song to be like the exact point that you want. So you either have to listen to the entire thing or just skip it entirely. You can't go to a specific point to hear like, you know, your favorite part or whatever. You just gotta listen to the whole OST, which is not an issue. They're fantastic songs, but you know, that's just like the one limitation that I had to bring up. Or actually, I don't think the boombox has all the OST on it, at least not with this selection of tracks. It seems to be just like these 4. I'm not sure where we'd get the rest, or if you can, but maybe? Maybe. Obviously, you can't hear Satisfactory music playing the GOAT one or these Sanctum ones, I don't think. But I'm pretty sure the Joel Synthum one and the Michael one are Satisfactory songs. I could be wrong about that. I haven't really gone through every single one, and if I did, it was when it first came out, and I forget now, because I'm dumb. So I showed off what the coffee cup did and the boombox, but you might be wondering, what did that fixed checkmark do for us? Well, if we click on it here, we can see it's a way for pioneers to truly distinguish themselves as being verified pioneers. It's an opt-in paid subscription that adds an orange checkmark to your player ID in online sessions and offers no other beneficial features. The goal with the Fixit checkmark is to increase trust in Fixit Inc. by providing a visual signifier that notable pioneers are the real deal and not just imposters or parody pioneers that can't afford the coupons. The Fixit checkmark will only be visible in online sessions for other pioneers to witness your certification status within Fixit. The knowledge of purchase is its own reward. So yeah, it's basically useless as you probably expected, but if you press the enter key and type something, like hi for example, if you're in an online multiplayer session, you'll see a little checkmark near your name. And that is literally the only function that it has. I believe it also has a checkmark above like your player name, but you can't see that since, you know, this is a first-person game, and I don't have anybody in this server with me, but if they were in here and they had the checkmark, it would appear next to their name, I believe. Anyways, I bought the checkmark and the coffee cup and the boombox early just because I felt like it, but I would highly recommend you not do that. I would highly recommend buying all the other really cool, useful, and important stuff in the shop before you buy those things, because they're all like kind of useless. But since we are in for the long haul here, I thought, well, I'll be getting everything in the shop anyways at some point, so it doesn't really matter. And now at this point in the video, we've gone on for quite some time without really getting anything done. And you might be wondering, well, Rara, why are you stalling? Do I just say me? I'm not stalling. No, but the reason that I have been stalling this video out is because we need steel beams still. And fortunately now we have a few hundred, but I had to wait all this time. And even like half an hour later, we only have that many steel beams, which is rather unfortunate because we're making them kind of slowish. We'll just take out a few hundred steel beams and see what we can do with those. And you might think I want to throw them into the hub to get some more things unlocked, but there's not a lot of things left in tier 4 that I really want, honestly. The rest are kind of like stuff, and we'll definitely get to it. I have to cover it, I do. And we'll be using some of the things that's left in there, but it's not like a huge priority. And I'd rather use these to make tier 3 belts and tier 3 conveyor lifts if we so need. So I haven't bought like the window pane things and the glass stuff and all those fun things and like the signs, but we do have the tickets to afford some of those things. And I thought, well, you know what? We're not doing a lot in this episode. Let's do something. Let's do something. Why don't we automate quartz stuff, silicon quartz crystals in this one? But to do that, we gotta find some quartz. And I think the only quartz that's anywhere near us is way over there. So that's fun, right? There actually is quartz that's slightly closer to us in that direction. No, we're just gonna go to the ones that we already know of that are like way over there. Back at that other... You know, we've been there a couple times this Let's Play so far. And if you don't know, then hey, what are you doing, you little episode skipper? Go back! Go back and watch the old episodes. You don't even know what we're doing here. This isn't for you. I'm just gonna cut this tree down since it's not really in the way, but it's blocking me visually here. Okay, so we've made it back to the quartz areas, and is there another hog here this time? Please tell me there's no alpha hog waiting to tear me a new one. No, it seems like we're good. Okay. So, let's just open up the equipment workshop and build a couple of multiple miners. Easy peasy. Now, I know what you're thinking. There's 2 pure quartz nodes here, so why don't we build 2 Mark II miners and make more stuff, utilizing both veins? And to that I say, it takes 10 modular frames to build a miner Mark II, and I forgot to bring any. I actually had to craft 10 using a craft bench, and I could theoretically craft, like 10 more, but I'd then be like out of iron rods, and we'll see. If I have enough iron rods after this, then maybe, but I don't know if I'll need any for stuff, so again, we will see. But yeah, let's just throw down a miner Mark II on the pure node, and connect this to power, like that. So we're looking at 240 a minute. Oh. And now you're probably thinking, well, isn't that a little awkward? Because 270 a minute. Well, unfortunately, the only real way to, utilize this is to throw in a power shard and just crank this bad boy up to 270, like that. It will require, like, slightly more power, but it's barely a difference. We go from 12 to 14, it's fine. 2 megawatts of power, so we can get all 270 out, that's fine. And I guess we'll just set up like a little factory here, since I don't want to drag these conveyor belts all the way to the other side of the world. Like, take this like over here and over like a mountain and all that, and then back down the mountain. That wouldn't be fun. I guess this is our first real taste of having a modular factory in this Let's Play. So, for all those who have been waiting for that to happen, here you go. We're going to start off by building a straight-ish floor. Don't laugh at me, Bean Boy. Get the fuck out of here. Hey. Smack him on the face. No, don't run into the factory. Oh no, what have I done? Alright, then let's clean up around here. Okay, nice. We have a simple flat ground with like no grass sticking out of it except for in some places, but we can't remove this grass because this is part of like the world grass and not like a plant above the grass like this. This is just like part of the dirt. Can't remove this. Get Bean Boy, what are you doing? Get out of here. No one wants to hear. Go. Go. Get boy. Get. Okay, now what are we gonna do with the things? Well, let's go into the smelter and find out. Oh, look at that, there's no quartz ingot. You don't actually have to smelt quartz. That's pretty cool. Well, what about the constructor? What can we do with the quartz? Oh, right, all we can do is make quartz crystals and silica right out of raw quartz. It's pretty neat, like concrete. You don't gotta smelt anything. And I'll check stuff in the assembler just in case, but I think that we're pretty good here for now. Yeah, ain't nothing we can do. Alright, so what are the recipes like? Well, for quartz crystals, it's 37.5 a minute to make 22.5 a minute. That's an awkward number. Don't laugh at me, get the fuck out of here! No, hey, run. Yeah, run to your doom, fall off the cliff. Unfortunately, their AI is too good for that, they never fall off cliffs. God damn it. Yeah, that's not what we want to see. But as you can tell, this isn't exactly a lot of raw quartz. We can, use 270, and that's only 37.5. So before we tinker with this, let's check out the other recipe for silica. 22.5 to make 37.5. Wow, okay. Okay, so we get kind of a lot per minute for just a little bit of silica. So maybe we don't need to use the other vein for a while. It definitely is a bit more raw quartz though to make the crystals. Since this is 37.5 versus 22.5 for the silica. So let's think for a second. Let's try to overclock this. Oh, that's also not good. What if we just did like a nice, What if we did like 20 a minute or something like, maybe just like 30. Yeah, let's just try to aim for like 30 a minute. Okay, then it only took 50 raw quartz. And then for silica, we can do, oh, that would make us 50 a minute for 30 quartz. Dang, that's a pretty good return for the silica. We're getting a lot for this. I'm thinking maybe we should just like underclock a few machines. And that could be kind of nice. Yeah, what if we try to go for like 20 a minute of these crystals? 33.333. That's kind of awkward. What about 10 a minute? That's not less awkward. 15? Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, 15 a minute's pretty good. 25 for 15. Then we could do... We could do 5 using 125 for 75. Or we could do 4 to get 60 per minute total and use a Mark 1 belt to put it away. I'd be okay with that. And we'd use 100 of the quartz and we'd still have 170 left over. So the plan is 4 machines for quartz crystals set at 15 a minute. Right, that would use 100 of our quartz. Then with the other 170, we'll use this to make silica. Now, if we overclock the silica machine, what can we do here? Oh, I see. I see. What if we try 50 a minute? But then we need to overclock a few machines. 30, 60, 90, 120, 50. Here, what if we just did this and we used 4 machines, right? And we actually just only did 240 per minute here. We still wouldn't be using all of this. We'd still have 20 left over. But I think that'll be okay for now. If we just use 4 power shards, right, for 4 different constructors, all making 30 or 50 silica a minute. Wait, that'll be 200 silica a minute for 120 raw quartz. And then we'll just use the other 100 raw quartz to make 60 quartz crystals a minute. Either way, we'll be able to get a pretty good amount for just a few shards and 1 miner. This is the power of miner Mark 2s and Mark 3 belts, everybody. All right, so then what is the math there? Is that 7 constructors? Something of that ilk. Actually, I think it's 8. 30, 60, 90, 120. Yeah, that's 8. That's 8 constructors for the whole thing, which is pretty simple. That's a nice even number. We'll just end up placing the constructors, where do we have an 8 across? Probably like right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that works. That's good. Right, and then, quartz crystals over here, all set to 20 per minute. I mean, 15 per minute. Come on, silly Rara, we got this. We copy settings, and then we paste, and then these 4 are going to be set to silica using a power shard up to, what was that, 50 a minute? Yes. And then we copy and paste. No, come on. Control V, paste. Control V, paste. We're down to only 12 more shards right now, but it's worth. For now. We can delete this test one. Oh, wait. That one had a shard in it, didn't it? Yep, we're back up to 13. Then we will take a Mark 3 belt here. So we'll press E twice. And you can actually see what the Mark 3 belts look like for the first time. They're pretty neat. Pretty neat. They're not orange, so maybe this looks kind of like weird or looking, but I'll show you the Mark 1s, right? That's the Mark 1. Pretty simple. Then if we upgrade here, Mark 2. Bigger edge, bigger little edge piece, slightly different design, the treads are different. And then Mark 3. Mark 3s have like a nice little, like, they're sick. Mark 3s are sick. Wait, dude, yeah, they have like the bigger lights. These have like teeny little dots for like lights. And Mark 2 have like 1 bigger dot. A Mark 3 introduced like big lights. Yay. I like Mark 3s a lot, although I don't like using them because 270 is a weird number to work with at, you know, full capacity here. And, you know, 240 is like better. And the thing is, like, 240 is better, but I do try, you know, you should try to use 270 when you can. It's just that, you know, the quartz stuff doesn't matter like nearly as much as other things. So I'm, you know, not utilizing this to its absolute fullest. The planning would take a bit longer, but I found a solution that works for me for right now. So let's just copy this. Oh, I see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so we need to go that way, right? And set up splitters going along that line. Oh, Oh, more foundations. Invalid placement. What? What do you mean invalid placement? What's even over here? Oh, there's this like little thing. Yeah, these count as like things that have hard collision or whatever the phrase was, so you have to destroy these in order to build near them. Come on, get out of the way. Okay. Thank you. Thankies. Right, so let's drag you over here, all nice and 90-degree like. Game, what do you mean floor is too steep? Why do you... Is this rock really cucking me like this? You freaking rock! Can I build, like, over it? I can. I can still build over it. Okay, so then let's just place the splitters ahead of time. Hopefully I can still place a splitter where this rock is, or else this will be a little, unfortunate. I think we're good, though. Yes, okay, nice. So we'll just place the splitters now. And I'm not worried about, like, not having enough time for transport since we are using a Mark III belt now. And I said that, you know, for a Mark 1 or 2 belt, 6 or 7 should be your absolute limit. But even then, you might want to go, like, a little less. But with a Mark III belt, we should have a little more leeway. And the travel time is, you know, obviously a lot faster. So less to worry about, really. That is concerning. I didn't realize I was running out of iron plates. As you can see, I didn't come super prepared for this whole setup. I didn't bring enough modular frames to use 2 miner machines. And apparently, I didn't bring enough Mark 1 plates either. So that's not fun. Oh, wait, is that a bit too far? Okay, I didn't realize. Oh, it's because I didn't line the splitters up right. I'm silly. Well, frick, gotta do them all again. There we go. Now they're in the middle of the foundations, like how I wanted them to be. Just delete all of those. No, Bean Boy, go, get out of here. No, I'm trying to build, get out of here. And that should do her. So for, you know, pretty much the whole line, I think we can use Mark 1 belts, yeah, okay. Gonna need more iron plates. Fortunately, we don't have to go all the way back home, because right up there is the 4 pure iron nodes. So let's just mine a little bit by hand, I suppose, and get us some iron. Okay, about 50-ish is all we should really need, I hope. You have to craft ingots by hand again, slave. And then we craft into plates as well. Oh boy, hope that was enough. Here's hoping. And then we want 1 long Mark III belt going through the whole thing. Okay, nice. There they go. There goes the little quartz boys. All the recipes are set properly. Now we just need power. So we'll set up a line here. Like this. Just do 1. You know, some of the comments have been talking about my wiring. And like, I know that my wiring is bad, and I know that I could improve, theoretically. I just haven't really thought about the location of my power poles that much before. And what I do a lot in my main save is that I'll just use 1 power pole per 1 machine. So like behind the scenes, I'll do like a power pole machine, you know, power pole machine, etc., etc. And it can be quite tedious, but it does look a lot better than just, you know, wire spaghetti. And it's been my solution for some time. This is also something that I do, is I'll just, you know, keep connecting them like this, and then use 2 building connections, you know, at least for the Mark 1s. There are higher tier Mark conveyor poles, as you could probably guess, which allow for more extensions. So like the Mark 2 will allow you to do 7, so then you can do 5 connections with, you know, 1 in port and 1 out port, etc., etc. Yeah, there's lots of ways that I could incorporate, like, you know, thinking about my wiring into my builds, but I have yet to really do that, and I will in the future. Just, you know, we're all trying to grow and evolve as people, and my thing is that my wiring in Satisfactory isn't very good. Alright, so what we'll do when it comes to storing these is, I guess we'll just store them on site here. And maybe I'll just stay here for a little bit and then take like a bunch back and then let them store up and just like make the trip again when I need it. So we'll set up a merger right here. Dun, 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 dun. Hooray for unnecessary mergers! And that's not in the middle. Whoops. Hooray for unnecessary mergers once again. And that first one is obviously unnecessary because it's not really merging into anything yet. If you didn't realize that, well now you do. I like to add the unnecessary merger though, because it keeps it like clean. It keeps the build the same. So we want to use Mark 1 belts, and oh god, we're running out of Mark 1 Mark 1 belts. I might need to go mine a little bit more. And you know how I do the thing where it's like, oh, we're using 15 on this belt, so we only need a Mark 1 belt here, and that'll make 30. That's something you can do, because theoretically we only need Mark 1 belts, but I'm running out, so let's just do the thing where we don't do that. And let's just upgrade to Mark 2 belts for the whole process. Except for here. I mean, I'm making exactly 60 a minute. It would be like weird if, you know, I was using Mark 2 belts to store it, because I want one nice clean Mark 1 belt for the storage. Ah, god dang it. Okay, I'll go get some more iron. This is a lesson learned, folks. Always come prepared for your builds. Always plan ahead. Okay, so we're gonna store this using a Mark 1 belt, and we'll store it right, like, I don't know, just here? I want more space. Maybe not where that rock is. We'll store it right over there, because we want space for our conveyor belts. So, storage bin right here, organization, and yeah, I mean, might as well make industrial size since we're not going to come back here for a while. We'll just let them fill up these bad boys, and you can see, just look at all that storage space. That's a lot of storage space. Gotta love that for them. So we'll just take this and, oh, okay, right here. 2. That will go to the middle. And then we'll line this up like that. 1, 2, and boom. 90-degree angles, those are hot. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our 60 quartz crystals per minute setup. Come on, start storing. Oh, let's go! And so it begins. As you can see, the Mark III belts are plenty fast enough to get in all of the quartz that we need throughout the whole line. So that's pretty neat. And this is fairly clean. Fairly clean, decently compact build. But that's only half of it that we've finished, because now we have to store the silica as well. And these things are already filled to the brim, since they're making a lot of silica per minute. And we're going to need to use Mark III belts just to store it all. So I think we'll do the opposite of what we did there, where we had them go that way and then store that way. We'll just drag them this way and store them right there. Right next to the quartz crystals, or, you know, pretty close. Pretty close to them. That being said, let's get our merger facing this way. Yeah, and just line it up with those splitters. Very nice. And we'll turn the rest around like this, facing into it. Boop. And boop. And since they're all exporting 50 a minute, we can do Mark 1 belts. I don't want to use more Mark 1 belts, but it is what it is. Like I said, always come prepared. And we'll just use Mark 3 belts between each of the things, because we're going to need to end with them anyways, and it's not a bad idea to do that. Okay, then once we made it here to the 4th, that's 200, with the export hole on this side, like that. And you know what? I will delete this. I'll delete this so I can have one nice clean belt. And we'll just take the industrial storage bin and line it up with its brother. There we go. Now the world grid system seems to be functioning a lot better for me. I don't really know what was off about it the other episode. It just seemed kind of weird. But yeah, that's 200 silica a minute. And this is a full 270 a minute because we are backed up, but there will be gaps, you know, because it's full for now. And I will just wait here for a little bit. But yeah, that is this episode of Satisfactory. Thank you all very much for watching. I have been Rara, and I'll see you all in the next one, where we will do great things. I mean, we did pretty good stuff in this episode too. I feel like I explained a lot. And we made quartz things. That's 2 more things that you can just cross off the list for items being produced. So gotta love that. And in the next one, we'll do more stuff. Okay, bye everybody.